I love this idea of sending that you're talking about, and I think you're absolutely right. Erwin McManus, Mosaic Church, L.A., obviously very influential in that culture. He talks a lot about, and has for many years, he talks a lot about the church should be owning the artistic expressions that we enjoy. And I think historically we could easily point that out between the cathedrals and,
Right.
the great artists, Michelangelo, Da Vinci, or whatever, right? Um, he talks a lot about that we should be owning that. And I think for us as believers, as Christians, that's been a challenge. Number one, to just engage the culture. But number two, it's also been a challenge for us to just send people to take the risk in the culture. And I think here at Lee, our motto is, raising up Christian leaders for a complex world. And so for us to be sending students such as yourself or others out into this world to lead in these capacities is critical. I think that is the mission of the church. I think, we've kind of inverted it to a consumption. We've got to get people in, right? You know what I'm saying? Like we've got to get more people in, but in reality, what we need to be doing is sending more people out, right? So help us conquer some of those fears, right? I mean, so when you engage in a culture that is so radically different from the church, Westmore and West Hollywood are as far apart as you could possibly imagine.
Absolutely.
Okay?
I have friends in both.
Okay, I do too. I do too. So
I'm left out. I'm friends in West Hollywood.
No, I got friends in West Hollywood and I got friends in Westmore, right? Two radically different conversations. But at the same time, the call to go still stands. It doesn't matter where you're from. And stories like this with this kid and the concepts that he had about church. I mean, how would you encourage a pastor? How would you encourage a pastor and say, hey, here's who I am. This is what I'm doing. Here's how your students, your church can make a difference. Like, is there something you could, and I know I'm asking you questions off the cuff that you probably didn't prepare for, but conversation is just too good. So how would you encourage a pastor to take that risk to send people?
I think the most important thing, and I mean it goes back to, and this is solely from personal experience for me, is living it out. It's not about, for me, it's about the little things. They may, in the morning before I go to work, whether that's at 5:45, 4:30 in the morning, or 8 o'clock at night, and we go in for a 13-hour night shoot, is, you prepare in private. You be sure all your ducks in a row. I mean, for me, I'll I'm taking a shower, I'll crank up my Bethel or whatever. Or whether that's, okay, I'm in the trailer and I'm doing it. And, you have these little subtle things. It's not about beating people over the head with it. It's not about, for sure, I think our biggest misconception is it's not calling them out for what's wrong. It's not calling them out for, yo, you shouldn't be smoking that right now. Now, you can, and you can do that in a way that is not condemning. It's not super judgmental, because that's the kind of, oh shoot, I can't think of the word. That's how a lot of people take us for.
Right,
or,
right. That's the perception they have.
The perception
yeah.
is how they perceive us. But you live it out, and you love people. You love people who for the most part don't understand what love is, and we as Christians do, on a much greater level, on a much greater scale than those who don't believe. I understand that there is a God who sent His Son to die for me, to give His life up for me, so that I, in all my craziness, can have eternal life, can live this thing out, and can help others to attain that. You just have to be willing to love them.